Congratulations to Carl Froch, the WBC super middleweight champion again after a unanimous points decision over Arthur Abraham. Carl joins us from Helsinki. Morning.
Morning.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Heavy super middleweight champion of the world again. How does that sound?
Yeah, it sounds and feels great. I wanted that belt back once I lost it, so I came here with my game plan, concentrated and did what I had to do, but now it feels fantastic. It really does.
Big points margin, never in doubt really in your mind?
I knew that from round 1 to round 12, you know, the guy can punch with both hands, so I had to be careful. It wasn't such a physical sort of exercise for me, it was more mental. Every second of every round I was concentrating and doing my best to sort of execute the game plan that me and Rob McCracken have been working on for the past 4 months. So it was mentally draining, that fight, but like I say, physically it's not really that bad at all. You can punch, I've got a black eye for my trouble, but that's about it, so I feel great.
Draining because you know that at any point you could get caught, although you were building that points lead round after round. At any moment he could have whacked you.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if he'd have connected, he might have hurt me. I mean, I've been hit by heavier men than him, more frequent than what he was hitting me, so I'm not saying it would have been a shutout if he'd have caught me, but you know, what's the point in getting hit? If you can use your long range and use your advantages and your boxing skills, then you might as well do it. And I'm learning. It's took quite a few years, but I'm finally starting to listen to Rob, my trainer, and it's working nicely. It is. Yeah,
because I mean, you've been involved in so many punch-ups, but I suppose the art is don't be involved in them and don't get hit.
Well, that's right. It's called boxing, not fighting. You know, the art of pugilism. You've got to hit without getting hit. So that's what I need to do, and that's what I did last night, and it worked brilliantly.
Having lost to Kessler, did it feel different when you went into the ring? Because having been unbeaten, you know, you probably had that invincible feel. Did it make you feel more cautious? Did you feel sort of slightly different when the first bell started?
Not really, no. All the loss did was give me a bit of a kick up the backside for training on the last 3 or 4 months, because human nature, you can get a little bit lazy and, you know, not cut corners as such, but just take training a bit lightly and just think to yourself, well, you know what, I'm super fit, I'm strong, I'm world champion, I'm on the top of my game. So you can take your foot off the gas a little bit. But going into that fight, I wasn't thinking, oh, I'm a beaten man, I've lost, because as far as I'm concerned, and I stand by it, I beat Mikhail Kessler on that night. It was a very close decision, and it was a below par performance from me, but it wasn't a decision or a loss that took any of my confidence away. I actually took confidence from that fight with Kessler, because he's a great fighter, world class, and he turned up and gave a career best performance against a below par myself. So, you know, I took a lot from that.
Carl, Matthew here. Warmest congratulations on an absolutely terrific performance. Can I just ask you that there's a sense that perhaps you haven't quite got the recognition you deserve given your many achievements? Is that something that irks you, something you derive inspiration from?
A little bit. I mean, I get a bit of drive from it, but I'm not the sort of guy who bears grudges and gets too upset. Showtime Television have picked me up. You know, they've captured me at the vital stage of my career, and they've made me massive in America. I've sort of done it back to front. The Americans and my fan base in America is phenomenal. It's massive. My Twitter and my Facebook pages and shows that, and you know, my fan base and the fan mail I receive. But I should be recognised more in Britain. But unfortunately, Sky Sports, that, you know, they've not got the budget for the professional boxing unless they put a box office event on, and up until now they don't consider me to be box office fighter. That view may change, it may not change. You know, I've been on primetime TV. I won the world title on ITV1 £10:30 at night with Jean Pascal, and we got close to 3-4 million viewers, whatever it was. That's massive. I mean, that's a bigger viewing audience than you'll ever get on Sky. So I've had my fair share of profile and publicity, but it is disappointing and upsetting that British television haven't got on board. But you know, I'm not going to get the violins out, and I don't expect anybody to be upset for me. I'm doing something I love and enjoy. I'm massive in America. I get paid well by the American TV company, and you know, I'm world champion, and I love the position. I'm in a very privileged position, but the British broadcasters do need to get the finger out and start thinking about what they're doing, because you know, there's me and there's David Hay, and that's it, period. We're the 2 top fighters now in Britain, and we need to be shown, and the British public are being robbed of fantastic fights with myself.
Carl, well done on your win, and I'm sure you can have a bit of a relaxing time up to Christmas now. Thanks for joining us this morning.
Pleasure, always a pleasure. Thank you.
Great performance from Carl Froch, and a brilliant boxer.
He's a considerable boxer, a really all-round terrific performer. He was unlucky to lose to Kessler, and let's not forget Mikhail Kessler, a considerable fighter himself, but it took tremendous psychological resilience really to come back from that defeat, and a comprehensive victory over a very tough opponent in Arthur Abraham.